The Labor Day weekend edition of the Sunday Roundtable is ready to get to work. Joining us this morning, Democratic political analyst Marianne Marsh and Republican political analyst Rob Gray. Guys, thanks for being with us.
All right, let's start with outgoing Transportation Secretary Gina Fiandaca. 7 months on the job, she is stepping down with really no explanation. We just heard from Senate President Spilka, and here's my exchange with the governor last week.
Did you ask her to leave? Did you fire her?
No, Secretary Fiandaca came to the decision, and again, we look forward to supporting her in the next chapter, as I know she will continue to support us.
Did it have anything to do with the no-bid contract?
No, as I said, Secretary Fiandaca has done great service to the Commonwealth. We thank her for that service, and we look forward to moving forward.
Not too many answers there. She was referencing that nearly $1 million no-bid contract that went to Fiandaca's former brother-in-law. Marianne, do you think the Healey administration ought to be a little more transparent about what happened here?
I think Shirley Leung had the answer in her column in the Boston Globe on Friday. Fiandaca apparently didn't get along with Phil Eng, the head of the T. She wasn't getting along with Monica Tibbetts-Nutt, her deputy, who's now replacing her. And I think Maura Healey, more than anything, is a team player. And it doesn't appear that Gina Fiandaca was a team player here. So I don't know this, but it seems like it was things aren't really working out here. What do you think? That she made the decision.
What do you think, Rob?
It seemed like a bad fit from the start. I mean, many of us commented, like, she was not out there doing interviews about transportation. It was almost like she was behind her desk, not part of the public face of the Healey administration on transportation. Was she forced out because of the contract? I don't know, but it's clear to me that she was forced out.
Yeah. Do you think this governor's been transparent enough, Rob? I mean, so far it doesn't seem. You know, the more things change, the more they stay the same on Beacon Hill. She's no different than any of her predecessors on transparency.
She's not. And it's easy to talk about it when you're running for office. It's harder to walk the walk when you're in office. But listen, one-party rule in Massachusetts, we shouldn't expect accountability. We don't really have enough Republicans up there being critical of her. So she can not respond to Freedom of Information requests and other transparency things all day long. But who's going to go after her on it?
Marianne?
What voters should ask, especially when it comes to transportation, is everybody this past week was praising Stephanie Pollack for staying in the job for 8 years. Yet the Healey administration has spent 8 months cleaning up the messes and everything the Baker administration left for 8 years. So I think if we're going to talk about these things, there should be a fair appraisal of what the problems are, why the Baker administration didn't address them, and why the Healey administration is having to address them. I think that transparency is important.
All right. Mayor Wu just introduced an ordinance to give police more power to remove tents at Mass and Cass. The city council scheduled it for a hearing rather than address it now.
There's questions to be asked here. We are creating a new law with new criminal penalties. And so with something like that, I don't think you just rush into it.
As long as those tents are up, that predatory behavior, those sexual assaults, those rapes, that drug dealing, those stabbings will continue in the city of Boston.
Now, the Newmarket Business Improvement District says removing the tents is a positive step forward, but the real problem, they say, is getting rid of the open-air drug dealing and the open-air drug use. Are the mayor and the city council moving fast enough, Rob?
Well, the city council's a joke. I mean, they scheduled a hearing in October, okay? So I reserve the most criticism for them. But the mayor should just do it. I mean, there are laws against all of this. There are laws against drug dealing. There are laws against putting up tents on sidewalks. She doesn't need this whole workaround to go through the city council here. Send the police out, arrest some people, clean it up.
What do you think, Marianne?
I think the Boston Police Department think they needed an ordinance like this. That said, Michelle Wu's moving. The city council is not. They should take it up this week and pass it, period, full stop. And by the way, there's an election a week from Tuesday for the city council. Early voting starts this week. And every Boston voter should remember that. If they don't, because the whole city council has been a joke, dysfunctional, and amateurish political stunts, and voters have had it.
But Marianne, we did see the late Mayor Menino move in and remove tents from Occupy Boston. Why can't Mayor Wu just go ahead and do that?
Yeah, I mean, yes, great point. For some reason, it appears the Boston Police Department asked the mayor for this ordinance. I believe that's true. Someone should fact check me on this, but I believe that's true. And if it is, then she's going through the process.
As you know, we're not the only big city dealing with this kind of an issue. Is this a stain on these Democratic-run cities nationwide that can't seem to find a solution here?
It's a stain on the Republican Congress who refuses to address all these problems, whether it's housing, whether it's guns, whether it's immigration, all those issues. Even Biden is handcuffed on much of this because he needs congressional approval to get these things done. Everyone's trying to fix these problems.
Listen, the bubble in illegal immigration is on Joe Biden's watch, and that's what is feeding this more than anything else.